Welcome to this video. Today I'm going to help you get over the fear of I'm trying to move this of high ticket sales calls in case you have it. So let's say that you are trying to uh, promote or sell a service or product that's high ticket, and you're trying to do it on a sales call and you have a fear of doing this. Then I'll help you get over this fear today. So I'll kind of use a mix of text as well, but what you're basically doing is talking to a business owner. If you're selling high ticket, you're probably talking to a business owner. So what you have to understand is that a business owner is just a human. So if you feel fear for a high ticket sales call, or really a sales call is just usually a video meeting or a phone meeting, and that's just a conversation. Well, with who are you having a conversation? With a business owner. High ticket, you're probably speaking to people that have money, so that are respectable business owners, big business owners, or maybe teams. You have to understand these people are just human, so there's no need to hype it up, because you're just essentially having a conversation with a human, which is kind of the first realization you want to have. When you're having these sales calls, the emotions are going to start bubbling up, and this video is just designed to help you remove that and become a lot calmer so you can actually speak effectively. And the first realization you need to have in order to do that is that you're just speaking to another person. So whenever you think about sales call, high ticket, selling, business owner, it's if you're doing this for the first time, there's going to be fear, because it's new, because you don't know what to do, because you fear it might go wrong, you fear you might not get the sale. But if you tell yourself, oh, okay, I'm just speaking to another person, then this fear is going to dissipate or become less, and that's going to allow you to speak more effectively and just become clearer and calmer. All right, so that's the first takeaway which you have. Then what you're actually doing is selling your product or service, which is probably something that you offer to people, maybe doing Facebook ads, TikTok ads. You're maybe selling an actual physical product. Maybe you're selling a SaaS product. Can be anything. And you're probably doing this for a specific person. So if you're new to high ticket sales calls, you probably are selling your stuff for a specific niche group of people, or for a specific industry. So that means that you don't need to sell it to everyone. Because another thing that adds upon this fear of selling and just high ticket in general selling is that if you think you have to sell someone, then the emotions are going to start bubbling up, because you're how am I going to do this? What if it goes wrong? All of these things. But then when you tell yourself, and I think I put this at the second realization, you don't need to sell to this human. The pressure goes down, because you're oh, maybe it's not a fit. And sometimes I actually did quite a few calls myself, short personal example. And whenever the call was not a fit, so whenever I could not sell to the person because they did not fit my ideal customer profile, you get it? Then I would feel calm. Obviously, you didn't get the sale, so it sucks. But at the same time, it does teach you oh, you don't need to sell to everyone. Then let's say this human is a fit for your product. So instead, if they are a fit, then obviously you want to sell them. Now, again, the emotions are probably going to start bubbling up, because you're oh, what to do? Etc. etc. Let me just make sure the time is good, by the way. Yes. Well, what is selling actually? You sell them to your product or service, but what is selling? Just honestly, transaction of money. Depends on where you live, what kind of currency, but let's say it's euros or dollars. It's just suggesting your product to someone. So selling obviously is the transaction of money, but the kind of act of selling is suggesting your product to someone, and then they buy it or not. So a sale is just, hey, I have this apple. Do you want to buy this apple? And then, I don't know, this. And then this person is going to say yes, I want to buy the apple. And then they give you the money for the apple, and then they get the apple, you get the money. And that's a sell. So you suggest buy this apple, and they buy the apple or not. You cannot force someone to buy something. That's I think one of the final realizations you want to have. You cannot force someone to give you their money. That was probably linguistically correct. So you don't need to sell this person, because you cannot sell this person. It's impossible. You cannot force someone else to give you their money. And that should also relieve some pressure, because that's the third realization. This person can only become sold themselves and then give you their money. So all of this stuff about like objection handling and like persuasion, it does have a place, but it's not, the purpose of objection handling is not to pressure someone into giving you their money. It's kind of like if someone is a good fit and your product can help them, the intention of that, and by the way, maybe I shouldn't even, let's actually put that to bed, because the whole goal of this video was to help you get over the fear of high ticket sales calls. And even if you get to this point, even if you understand you're speaking to another person, to another human being over a video call or phone, you're just talking to people in essence. The second realization is that you don't need to sell to this human, so you're just speaking to a person. If they don't have the specific needs or problems that your product or service solves, then that's fine. You just end it, you wish them a wonderful day, and you continue. And the third realization is that this person can only become sold themselves and give you that money. So like, there's no need to worry about pressuring someone to give you their money, because that's impossible. So like, when you realize these three things, I'm hoping that this is going to help you get over this initial charge of like doing high ticket sales calls, because it's a very valuable skill to be able to speak to someone, present your product, and charge like 1,000 to 2,000 euros per month, or maybe like 6,000 at once, or 7,000. Doesn't matter like what kind of amount you're talking about. But if you're able to do this successfully, your life can seriously change. It has done for me, definitely, when I got started with this. And these are some of the pointers that, in hindsight, I think would have helped me get over the fear of high ticket sales calls. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.